Yo, Jason Brant here to answer some questions that you have asked me on Facebook and my blog. The first one is from Mark Schaefer. Is that you in the mermaid costume on your post? Yes. Next is Brian Switzer. I recently read and really enjoyed Devoured, the first time I'd read one of your books. I have a couple of other things I have to read first. When I get back to your books, what would you suggest I read next? Number 2 in the Hunger series or something else? Obviously the next in the Hunger series. There's 3 right now. And then after that, I'd probably read this, Ash. Everybody seems to like that, and I'm working on the sequel right now. Michael Loring asks, when is Ash number 2 coming out? SP Durnan asks, Jedi or Sith? Sith. Worst hangover and the cause. My 21st birthday, I don't even understand how I drank so much, and I don't really remember getting home, but they told me I tried to steal a chair that was sitting in a parking lot. I have no recollection of that, and the hangover lasted 3 days. Would you do it again? Yes. Do you want to build a snowman? Sure. That sounds fun. Aaron Natagio asks, how does it feel to know that your college buddies have the ability to post whatever they want on your professional work page? Feels fine because I work for myself, unlike you douchebags, so go ahead and post whatever you want and see what your bosses think. That sounds like a great idea. Moron. Justin Rittmiller. In a battle royale between Annabelle, Chucky, the Leprechaun, and Ewok, and Stripe from Gremlins, who takes it all? The Leprechaun, because it's played by the dude from Willow. Next is Billy Hoffman. Stephen King, John Lennon, and Hugh Jackman are at a table. You can choose one of them to read one of your books. Who do you choose? Which book do you give them, and why? The first thing I do is I punch Hugh Jackman in the face because fuck that guy. Then I give a book to John Lennon. Any book, doesn't matter because there's a dead guy sitting at the table and he's freaking me out. And then I will sit down and worship at Stephen King's feet. The Tall One asks, if you were asked to design a new comic book character, what would he or she be like? Me. That's right. They would be like Ash, actually. Ash is sort of a comic book character, except I might take away the alcoholism and the complete douchery. I don't know. If it's aimed at kids, I'm not sure that his personality would be the best suited. L. Dickwad Casey asks, 2 questions. 1, have you been a douche all your life or just since you started writing? It takes years to reach this kind of level of douchery. So the answer is all of my life. 2, what was your most embarrassing moment in your entire life? Describe in detail. One of the good things about being a douchebag is you don't get embarrassed all that often. But I will say the first morning of college, this is after the first night. I moved in on Saturday, partied hard Saturday night, woke up Sunday morning in my dorm room, on top of my covers, which I just bought 2 days before, in my underwear, covered in puke, with pizza slices thrown all over the room, and my roommate staring at me. I stumbled out of the room, and there were girls in the hallway staring at me, puke covered in my underwear, and then that first morning, then I had to go do my laundry and try to explain to my roommate what was wrong with me. Seth D. Clark, what wouldn't you do for $1 million cash and or a lifetime supply of your favorite beer? Absolutely nothing. Bring it on. Some rich person asked me to do something. It's done. Eileen Rittmiller asks, if you had to live in one of your universes from one of your books or short stories, which would you pick and why? Dead Ringer. Short story. No supernatural crap. Just a couple idiot baseball players and thugs. As long as you stay away from them, you're okay. I wouldn't want to live in any of my other worlds. They're all screwed up. Dave Cologne asks, how much beer can you drink in one night? I would be afraid to have answered that question in college. That would have been a scary number. Now, as I'm approaching liver failure, not that many. 10, 12, how long are we talking here? Dave Cologne follow-up question. Can we find out? Oh yeah. Greg at 2 Book Lovers asks, oh, I have a nonsensical question. Cage match. Cassie versus the Tall One. Who do you put your money on and why? Let's assume your wife doesn't see this. We know that she does, though. The Tall One would fold Cassie up like a pretzel and throw her out the window. The Tall One is tall and strong, and Cassie is short and pissy. I think Cassie'd get her ass kicked in that one. Neris Wheatley? I'm sorry if I just butchered your name. That is a cool name, though. When you begin writing a new book, how much do you have pre-planned, as in plot, characters, etc., or do you write the scenes in chronological order, or do you write as things come to you? For example, if you have a big scene you know is going to happen, do you write it before the preceding stuff? I am a pantser. I come up with the story idea, such as a virus turning people into vampire-like creatures and then they kill everyone. And then I come up with a couple of characters, and I drop the characters in this really horrible situation, and then they feel it out for me. I write the book in chronological order. I do not know what's going to happen. I do not know who's going to live or die. And in fact, I can't say which book without a spoiler, but one of my favorite, actually the favorite character in that book, I was upset when bad things happened to them. So that's all of your questions. I'll do this again soon. I hope you enjoyed my stupidity, and look for my podcast, Drinking with Jason, to come out here in 2 or 3 weeks. Peace out, bitches.